Welcome student, my name is Swapna Singh and today we are going to discuss about semi-solid dosage form. Topics to be discovered, topics to be covered, first is introduction part, second one is definition of semi-solid, third one is advantages and disadvantages of semi-solid preparation, what are the ideal properties and ingredients used in the preparation of semi-solids, various kind of semi-solids and their preparation. So the first topic, that is introduction of semi-solids. So semi-solid preparation that include ointment, paste, creams, gels, plasters and poultices and sometimes rigid foams. So they contain one or more active ingredients dissolved or uniformly dispersed in a suitable basis and any suitable excipient like emulsifiers, viscosity, increasing agent, antimicrobial agents, antioxidants or stabilizing agent. So these all are used in the preparation of semi-solid formulation. So basically semi-solids that are topical dosage form which is used for therapeutic, protective or cosmetic function, and they may be applied to the skin or used nasally, vaginally or rectally. So basically semi-solid that means it is not completely solid or not completely liquid form, but it is present in semi-solid form. That's why it is known as semi-solid preparation. So we prepare semi-solid preparation mostly for topical uses or for therapeutic purpose, protective purpose or cosmetic functions. Advantages of semi-solid dosage forms are it is used externally and probability of side effects can be reduced. So these two advantages are most important advantage. First one is it is used externally, there is no need to use it internally, and the side effect of semi-solid preparations are minimized. Are minimum as compared to other dosage form. First pass gut and hepatic metabolism is avoided in case of semi-solid preparation. Local action and site specific action of drug on affected area. They are convenient for unconscious patient or patient having difficulty on oral administration. So we can use semi-solid preparation on that kind of patient, and a suitable dosage form for bitter drugs and more stable than liquid dosage form. Next is disadvantages of semi-solid preparations. Are first disadvantage, that is there is no dosage accuracy in this type of dosage form, because whenever you want to use accurate size, accurate amount of semi-solid preparation, so this is very difficult to it is very difficult for dosage accuracy in semi-solid preparations. Next one is the base which is used in semi-solid dosage form. It can be easily oxidized and it may cause staining sometimes. Next one is they are bulky to handle and application with finger may cause contamination. Physicochemically, it is less stable as compared to solid dosage form, but advantage is it is more stable as compared to liquid dosage form. Okay, and it may cause irritation or allergy to some patients. Next is ideal properties of semi-solid dosage form. So based on physical property, it should have smooth texture, it have non-gritty, it should non-gritty and elegant in appearance, and it should non-dehydrating, it should be non-greasy and non-staining in nature, and should be non-hygroscopic in nature. As per physicochemical properties, semi-solid dosage form are non-irritant in nature and it should not alter skin functioning, because the skin has its own functioning like releasing the sweat and other functions. So the semi-solid preparation that do not alter the membrane or do not alter the skin functioning, and the miscible it will be it should miscible with skin secretion and it have low sensitizing index. Next one is application property. So based on the application, it is easily it must easily applicable with efficient drug release and it must high aqueous wash ability. Preparation of semi-solid dosage form. So for the preparation, we need some ingredients. So first ingredient, that is bases. Second ingredient is preservative. Third one is humectant, antioxidants, emulsifiers, gelling agent, permeation enhancer and buffer. So these all are the ingredients used in the preparation of semi-solid dosage form. So first ingredient, most important, that is bases. So it is the most important ingredient used in the formulation of semi-solid dosage form. Ointment bases do not merely act as the carrier of the medicament, but they also control the extent of absorption of medicament incorporated in them. That means ointment bases, it do not merely act as carrier of the medicament, but whenever we apply medicament, so it should absorb, it must be absorbed by the skin. So we need to choose this kind of basis which is suitable for skin. Next is ideal properties of a basis. So it should bases should be inert in nature, non-irritating in nature, and it should be non-sensitizing in nature. And next property, that is it must be compatible with skin pH, because in our body every organ has its own pH. So the basis we use for the preparation of semi-solid, it must be compatible with skin pH and the drug. It must be good solvent and or emulsifying agent, and emollient, protective in nature, non-greasy in nature, and it must be easily removable. Next is it should be released medicament readily at the site of application, and pharmaceutically elegant and possess good stability. Classification of bases. So ointment bases are classified by United States Pharmacopoeia, that is USP, into 4 general groups. First group is hydrocarbon bases, which is also known as oleaginous bases. Examples are petroleum, paraffin, lanolin. Absorption bases, cold cream and hydrous lanolins are there. Third category is water removal bases. So in that case, we can use oil in water kind of bases, and water soluble bases, so polyethylene glycols. Next one is antioxidants. So antioxidants, oxygen is highly reactive atom that is capable of becoming part of potentially damaging molecules, commonly called free radicals. So antioxidants we use for the preparation, we need to use in the formulation of semi-solid, because there is a water molecule is present in the semi-solid preparation. So because of water molecule, in water molecule there is a oxygen atom is there, so this is highly reactive. So it can damaging the molecules, which is known as free radicals. And what are free radicals? So free radicals that are capable of attacking the healthy cells of the body, that causing them to lose their structure and sometimes their function. So to prevent all this problem, we use antioxidants, or we add antioxidants in the formulation. So examples of antioxidants are butylated hydroxyanisole and butylated hydroxytoluene. Next one is permeation enhancer. So skin can act as a barrier, so with the introduction of various penetration enhancer. Penetration of the drug through the skin, it can be improved. So examples, one important example of permeation enhancer which can used in formulation of semi-solid, that is oleic acid. Next category is emulsifier, or also known as emulsifying agents. So emulsifiers that are the substances that stabilize the emulsion by increasing its kinetic stability, and it must reduce surface tension for proper emulsification, and it should be prevent coalescence, and it have ability to increase viscosity at low concentration. So various emulsifying agents we can use in the formulation of semi-solid dosage form, like sodium lauryl sulfate, O/W emulsion, sodium stearate, and calcium stearate. Glyceryl monostearate for weak W by O kind of emulsifying agent, and it is used as a stabilizing agent and emollient in the O/W emulsion. Humectant. So humectant, that means it is a hygroscopic substances which can retain water. that is known as humectant. So humectant are used to increase the solubility of active ingredients in the formulation and to elevate its skin penetration and elevate hydration of the skin. Next category of ingredients are buffers. So buffer that resist the change in pH. These are the chemical agents which can resist the change in pH. So buffers are added for various purposes like compatibility with skin, because skin has its own pH. So the ingredients we use for the formulation of semi-solid preparation, that must be compatible. That's why we use buffer. Next is drug solubility and drug stability. And one more thing is influence ionization of drug. Skin, due to its weak acidic nature, tolerates weak acidic preparation. Examples are sodium acetate, sodium citrate, and potassium citrate. Next one is antimicrobial preservatives. So antimicrobials, that means we use antimicrobial in any formulation to inhibit the growth of any microbial contamination. So in semi-solid preparation, we use preservatives to inhibit the growth of contaminating microorganisms. So require the addition of chemical antimicrobials preservative to the formulation like parabens, also known as para-hydroxybenzoates, phenols, benzoic acid, quaternary ammonium salt, ascorbic acid, and other compounds. That all are the examples of antimicrobial preservatives. So this is all about ingredients which are used in the formulation of semi-solid dosage form. In next lecture we will discuss about method of preparation of semi-solid dosage form. Thank you.